All right, guys, new coffee today. I am checking out the Muhura site, which is the Rwanda Natural from SUPERTHING. This is a completely new coffee to me. I ordered more from them because I wanted to taste these and try them out. You can see that the packaging is just slightly different than what's on the website. That's a very minor detail, but I wanted to go ahead and try this out and see what I think. This package has not been opened, so I'm gonna crack this guy open and give it a smell. I would say offhand. Ooh, I don't know how I can smell it through the bag, but whew, that sounds like there's something going on here. Ooh, super deep, rich, earthy. It's starting to open up, like it's the smell profile is changing as air hits it. I'm getting like hints of almost like granola. Darker toffee, browned butter. I thought at first I was picking up fruity notes, but those darker, sort of roasted notes are actually more prevalent. I've only smelled it like 5 times. That's how good it is. Deep, rich, robust coffee, not as floral as I thought. I thought maybe it was like a hint of blueberries or something at first. Just such a deep, rich coffee flavor. Let's go ahead and grind some of this up and brew some coffee and see how it is. Got this super deep, rich coffee. There's a little bit of spice. I'm trying to figure out if there's a little bit of sour. And then what else? What else am I picking up? There's almost hits of like hazelnuts or blueberry, something in there. Let me take a look at the bag itself and the information. I'm trying not to read the tasting notes because I want to know that. So the process is natural. The variety is red bourbon, which is interesting. Muhura washing station in Rwanda. The region is the Gatsibo district. The elevation is 1,600 meters. But from Rwanda, the Muhura site is essentially the washing station, they call it. Really, really interested to see what this is like. There are not a ton of African coffees that I've had to be able to build up like a full spectrum of flavor profiles. A lot of the coffees I've gotten from Third Coast Coffee Roasters. One of my favorites is the Ethiopian. Ethiopian coffees seem to be really robust, but we're going to see what this Rwandan is like. Yeah, I get notes of caramel, hazelnut. It almost reminds me just a little bit of like pecan shells, maybe walnut shells, more like pecan though. There's a slight to the nose, like that little bitterness almost. Bitter might be more of a taste thing on your tongue than your nose, but that's what it reminds me of. Let me see if I can. Is it dripping still? Not so much. Let me see if I can pour just a little bit. See if I can give this just a taste without any cream. Just want enough to get a taste. Give it a minute to cool down. I really love this Chemex, by the way. If you've never brewed coffee in a Chemex like this, see if I can pull it up a little bit. The Chemex is really, really great. I think it makes great pour over coffee. Once I started using this, I just completely moved away from a French press. I just had no desire to use it anymore. There's a little bit of fruitiness, maybe dried blueberries. And then there's that caramel note, kind of robust coffee beans, roasted, dark. Maybe just a touch of almost like leather tannins. Some definite sour note on the flavor profile. I'm still getting all of those botanicals hitting my nose. I'm still getting those same scents, but the flavor is a little sour. I think so far, this is about as sour as I would want to go while having coffee that was, how do I say this? I think that I could drink this black, but it's about as sour as I would want to go. The sour notes are interesting, that I guess acidity can be overwhelming if I'm not careful. The SUPERTHING coffee I did, which was the 72-hour anaerobic Colombian, was like, whew. Deep, rich, nutty, pecan shells. I think this is great. There's a little bit of sourness, but I don't find it completely overwhelming. Let's take a look at the website and see what it says. Globular cluster of honeysuckle. I don't get honeysuckle at all. Hops, caramel, and yuzu. I don't even know what yuzu is. Natural processed lots from Rwanda are starting to become available, and we couldn't be happier about it. The combination of fruit and funk in this coffee is truly unique, with tons of bright tropical fruit and vanilla sweetness. Gatsibo district of eastern Rwanda, Muhura, was first established in 2010. They began working with Rwanda Trading Company in 2011, and after two, let's see, where's that? Oh, there it is. After 2 years of providing funding to improve the facilities, RTC purchased the station in 2013. Continued to grow with now around 800 farmers. Washing stations that partner with or are owned by RTC have access to their agribusiness training program. Provides 2 years of education focused in increasing yield and quality. And I'm trying to think, I'm going to pour a little bit more. I think I'm going to have this black again. I want to go through the tasting process one more time. And I'll go ahead and pour it before I pour the cream in. I'll just pour the full cup. I do notice that the coffees I'm getting from Third Coast and from SUPERTHING, I think so far have been my favorites. And they're the most robust of anything that I've had. I think it's just the nature of their flavor profile being more robust, more flavors, more notes, more nuance. It's the difference between having a blended Scotch whiskey and a single malt. Everybody knows, well, of course you want to drink single malts, depending on what your mood is. Yeah, I don't get the honeysuckle. I think that this is maybe in some ways closer to the Jamaican Blue coffee that I got. The Jamaican Blue has a slight different flavor profile than some of the other coffees I've had. I think the Rwandan might be the closest to that, but the Jamaican coffee does not have that sour note that I'm picking up from a lot of the natural process coffees here at SUPERTHING. I think this is absolutely awesome, and I can drink it black. The sort of like dried blueberries and pecan shells is what I'm picking up as a flavor profile. I'm gonna add my cream. That's gonna dampen some of those sour notes that to me aren't necessarily the best part of the coffee. It's not the thing that I go for. The Jamaican Blue has a flavor profile that is deeper and more botanical. It almost makes me want to spend $150 for a pound of, whatever Primo, because I thought the $70 bag was okay, but I wasn't super enthused with the price. It was a little, taxing to pay $70 for a pound of coffee beans. This is pretty amazing. I think if I was going to buy from SUPERTHING again, this is definitely one of the coffees that I would repurchase. The sour note is not overwhelming. It's not like the anaerobic Colombian. The one I had, the 72 hour, was it was tart. It's not something I dislike. It's just something that's I think a little bit more of an acquired taste. The cream dampens those sour notes just a little, sweetens it, makes it more round and robust. Just an exemplary coffee. I think this is absolutely great. If you have a chance, you can go to superthingcoffee.com to pick this up. This is the Muhura site. You can check it out on their website again, superthingcoffee.com. Think this is absolutely great. This is definitely one that I will be buying again if I'm going to buy from SUPERTHING. You guys have a good one, and I hope you enjoyed tuning in to watch coffee reviews on Salud with Robert Gardner. If you have any questions, just write down below. Be happy to chat with you. Also, if you want to recommend certain food items, drinks, alcohol, tequila that you want me to try, or you want to send me some, I will review it. I'll see you guys again soon, and thank you so much for tuning in. See you again soon on Salud with Robert Gardner.